Okay, now you guys can see. Okay, let's go find a launch pad. Are we next to one? There they are. Okay, let's just go that direction. So I haven't played this game solo in about a week. What do I want to make today? I want to make a car. What kind of car do I want to make? I don't know. Actually be kind of neat to make a car that is... It'd be interesting to make a car that is sufficient enough that it can run with rocket power. Because that'll solve the torque problem. Okay, yeah, let's make a rocket car. Let's see if I can make like a solid running rocket car where the thrusters are pointed directly at the not pointed at, but they're directly tied to the tied to the, you know, the forward button on the keyboard. Perfect your rocket sled design. Problem with the rocket sled is it really didn't... Like, there's not a whole lot of nuance for what I'm doing. Actually, you know what? If we're making a rocket car, this thing needs to be heavier than usual. Actually, noticing a little bit of lag here. Well, whatever. Yeah, I just want to make a basic functional rocket car today. We'll do sled stuff presumably for Catterday, because I can guarantee this game is going to be like the number one game we play tomorrow. I mean that's how it always works with us, but like this game is just so unbelievably solid. Okay, so I'm gonna be doing that. Let's expand up and out. That right? Almost. We want to expand one more over here. Okay. So we wanna have it this way. It's not pretty, but I'm not looking for pretty along the way. Saw an interesting hovercraft with a gyroscope earlier today. Ha! That is beyond my abilities. Probably. Did I build this stupid? I built it stupid. Whatever. I built it stupid, but functional. So, I guess points to me for that. Let's see. There we go. Okay, so this is just going to be basic, heavy, four-wheeled, on suspension. You name it, we got it. Type dealio here. Nothing fancier than this. Then we'll start adding rocket boosters and stuff, and I'll probably add some kind of controller thing to flip it back over if I need to. I guess I could also try and make it self-righting, which could work. Oh, I could even... that'd be interesting. Having, like, thrusters pointed upwards, so if the sensor sees something above it, it's just like blank. I don't even know. Okay. Well, let's see. We need these two at the very least, because we need to add a bearing, otherwise these are never gonna turn. It's gonna have kind of a high center of gravity, so I might actually have to lift these legs up more. Well, we'll figure it out. So we might as well put that one there. There we go. Alright, rotate around. Ooh, whip. Okay. Got myself turned around there. Okay. So we're just gonna do this. We're just gonna dick around with basic, functional, happy car. High center of gravity, so I'm gonna want to fix that. Now, usually I put this on a controller to fix it, but I think what I'm gonna do is just raise those a bunch. Build your own Autobot with scrap mechanics controller. Jeez. It'd probably work, too. I'm just late. We don't have an engine on this thing. We'll put 2 engines on the back. I don't know why I like having 2 engines. I think it's just... Well, I definitely makes it go faster, but that's not always a good thing. Alright, so we want to flip the two in the front. Flip these wheels here. Connect the engines to this. Okay. So it's functional, but slow as shit. Let's fix that. Way too much torque. Okay. Oh, right. I just remembered. As usual, gotta crank down those sound effects, otherwise this is going to be, like, painful to listen to. Okay. So, yeah, I was choosing to ignore this, but the center of gravity is just way too high for this. If we're doing a rocket car, we need the center of gravity to be really low. Otherwise, this thing's just firing off into the air, and, well, that's not successful. Okay, more mechanical abominations. Yep. I'm tired tonight. I also like having a wide base here, so this should be enough. Okay. Oops. There we go. That'll be enough. It's not pretty, but it never is. And this way we can have proper turning, proper steering, and then we'll probably have room for the jet thrusters. I could probably even have like fit another seat on here if I really wanted to, which would be interesting. I would like to make some like tandem cars. We're gonna be doing that tomorrow night. Tandem race up the mountain, because we had fun with the race up the mountain the other day. But I'd like to have like two-man race up the mountain, both kind of the incredible body or whatever it's called. The ones where we like put the shit together blindly of like what the other person's working on, and then one where we're actually trying to work together and make something interesting. Just because, you know, that sort of thing is really fun, actually. Like, the amount of, like, weird shit that you can get into in this game is astounding. Which I'm a really big fan of. And the more I do this, the better I've gotten at building things quick. Like, seriously. Okay, so same speed, still a bit of a torque issue. But functional. Making a candy van. I could make a candy van. That'd be interesting. But yeah, just by dropping the center of gravity, we'd have less to worry about torque-wise. Unfortunately, we don't have a roll cage. We should probably make a roll cage. The other alternative is I could have wheels pointing up and we could have, like, the four-way craft. But that's dumb. Let's make a roll cage. Let's make it simple. I guess I could use, like, the wires bend, but I don't want to do that. We'll make it out of these. Let's just do this. There we go. Okay, so that gives us the basis for our incredibly heavy roll cage. Of a thing. This is gonna be a tank more than a whatever. Okay. Maybe I should consider, instead of all these metal blocks, why don't we back this off a bit? Why don't we make this out of wood? Lightweight. Oh, hey! If caution blocks are lightweight, let's make it out of that. Might as well, right? Okay. There we go. I do not have an easy way of getting up this thing, do I? Well, because we can just jump up the tires and... Oh, right. I gotta delete these. There we go. That's what's wrong. Oops, this is building something. Special. Damn it. Whatever. I'll just make my own step ladder. This'll work, right? I guess I can walk up it now. There we go. Okay. Feels good. Alright. Yeah, I kind of wish you could make, like, loops and curves. Like, 90 degree rotation before these things, but I guess you can't. Whatever. Actually, you know what? Let's make this a little bit prettier. Let's pare it down, kind of the bare minimums. Because what I can do now, I believe, yep, because nothing's missing there. I can actually switch in ramps, so at least it looks okay. It doesn't look great, but it looks okay. And it's a little bit less blocky, which is kind of important. I guess I could keep doing that across the board there, but still. Roll cage out of wood. What could possibly go wrong? Shh. And actually, I don't need this much. Let's put the yellow there. There we go. I don't know if this is actually going to work as a roll cage, but it looks cool. So I'm going to claim that as some kind of victory. Oh, yep, I am doing this right. Okay. Right. We want to do it this way. If it'll allow me. Nope. Gotta get back up on here. Okay, there we go. 1, 2. There we go. Okay. And then we'll just delete blocks from here. So I don't know if this is going to be a sufficient roll cage. We might need to make it bigger. We might need to make it out of a controller for a flip bar instead. But I'll give it the old college try anyway. Or we just give up because that's not the point of this build. I don't know. I just wanted to make something. So let's get rid of all of these. Let's see if this thing flips. It's probably going to. The problem is we've got these bars. Nope! Roll cage works. And, I mean, it's a rugged vehicle. And I'd like to actually go back and make more things out of caution blocks. But it works. Okay, there we go. So we've got a pretty solid thing here. It doesn't self-right particularly well. Well, it kind of does. It's not going to fall on its side, probably. Okay, I'm going to call that good enough for the time being. Let's make some, let's add some thrusters here. Now, I could probably just put the thrusters kind of like straight on the midline. And hope for the best from there. And maybe it'll work. Probably not. That's wishful thinking. I'll probably just immediately go shooting up in the air. But it's pretty... Yeah, it's pretty close to the center of gravity. What am I messing with here? Nope. Oh. Hate it when I grab the wrong thing. Oh, problem is it's on the midline, but it's too much on the front. So with the high amount of torque, I guess we can... No, we're gonna move it back first. Then we'll figure things out. Okay. Suggesting adding durabilities to things in this game. Yeah, honestly, it would actually be really nice to have like things break in this game, just because I'd love to do like battle bots, like legit battle bots, with like breakable cars and whatnot. But breaking things will be probably way later along the way. Make your self-righting mechanism. You made that one time. Problem solved. I mean, so yeah. Probably. Okay, Please tell me they're not lined up. Okay. So we put it there. There we go. So hopefully that'll be functional. We still got the thrusters, but hopefully they won't just immediately bring me up. Okay. So it's still lifting us. Oh, you know what? Now it's too low. Let's try raising it. I guess the other thing is I could just add more weights to the bottom to keep me down. But this is definitely not working as far as the, Oh. You know what we could do? We could also... we could move the wheels out further. This thing won't flip as much if it's like that. Still, let's try and move the thrusters up. At least a little bit. Because it's providing lift, and we don't want that. It still ends up a little bit high. Okay. I mean, torque... Okay, so why don't we turn down the engines? Let's separate out torque from thrust. Because we don't need that powerful of wheels for this. I want this thing to fly eventually. Yeah, it's providing too much lift. It needs to be higher, and I need some more stuff. We're adding more to the top, push it down. Yeah, so we've got a couple of options here. One, add more thrusters, weirdly enough. Could work, because currently we're providing lift because of the presence of my thrusters here. Which is not great. So why don't we try expanding the thruster block up? Can I do that? Sorta. It doesn't seem to want to let me build on it though. Okay. Oh, that's why. There's no room. Okay, well, that's fine. Let's expand these. This is wrong. So expand that out. Expand that out. We've got the caution blocks. Okay. So now we should probably attach them. This might just be too much thrust, though. Who knows? Science! So at this point, center of gravity is the last issue I think we're dealing with here. It's still too high. So let's grab some metal blocks. Let's make this sucker fatter. Because I think making this thing a bit more on the Chubsley side will fix some problems. There we go. Still pretty good top speed. Doesn't flip as much. Alright, beautiful. Now the last thing I could do would be to add self-righting thrusters. But honestly, like, this thing handles like a pretty good beast. Fairly fast. It can flip itself, but it can right itself. Which ain't bad. Okay, let's let it get back down. There we go. Okay. Anyone give a damn about the game Hi-Rez is making? What, Paladins? I didn't like Paladins that much. It was okay. It wasn't nearly as good as I thought it was going to be, which made me kind of sad. I was hoping for something like gigantic levels good. And it was not gigantic levels good. Not at all. So this thing's pretty solid. Main issue is, it's still got a very, very small sense of self, I guess I'm gonna say. You know, it has a very low or small profile. What I wouldn't mind doing is expanding the wheels out a little bit. Let's do that. So let's get up here. And let's expand the wheels out a little bit further. We might actually be able to fit on some more thrusters if this thing is... Oh, right. Should probably put it on a lift. I'll probably be able to put on some more thrusters if I do it that way, too. Expand us out further. The other thing that could be kind of interesting is having, not a half track, but like jet set style, where you have one set of wheels and other stuff. That'd be interesting. I don't know. Oh, either way, let's just expand this out for a while. That should be good. How many did I do? I have no idea. 3, right? 3. And then I can always add more bits and bobs as needed. Not the prettiest I've ever done, but that's okay. But we're probably not going to want to go too much more than this, just because. Now the interesting point would be, what if I had multiple wheels? Ooh, let's try that. Let's get the center set of wheels down first. Then we'll fit the other ones once we've got them on. Because this could actually be really fun. I've never tried like an 8-wheel vehicle, and I've always wanted to try it. Okay, so can. Should probably do this with toilet paper instead, just because toilet paper looks funny. But it's lighter, which I guess we don't want. But yeah, I've never really done like many-wheeled vehicles. Be interesting to try and make something with like a bunch down the back. But it'd probably, well, no. I guess if I do like the 4-wheel drive business, it'd actually work pretty well. Like you can make a truck of some variety. And I guess I could try using the smaller tires, but meh. Okay, so that's too close. What about this? That's probably not too close. Okay. This will be interesting. It's probably going to end up in abject failure or bottom out or something. I'm not entirely sure. Please tell me I had the bearings in there. Okay. I do have the proper bearings. Awesome. And if I've got this, I might actually need to add some more thrusters in here too. Well, that's fine. I don't actually know how to properly optimize this in the future. If I should do, one group or 2. Like, focus on one thing at a time, or, I could not tell you. If you, like, switch from part to part to part to part. Okay, is it possible to make a flying machine with the rocket stuff? Sorta. It doesn't fly right, generally. Oh, shoot. Did I didn't expand some of these out as much. Did I? Nope. At least this one doesn't go out as far. Okay. Probably just forgot to expand this one out, period. Let's see, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, so I just forgot this one. I was wondering about that. It's like, that felt really close for some reason. And problem solved. Oops, there we go. Okay, now let's hook it all back together. And this is why I always do 2 engines. Because sometimes I decide to do weird things. I need the space for expansion. I guess I could have just added an extra engine. But this way was already in the design. Okay, so we need to flip you guys around. That way this will work. Okay. Engine. Engine. So those are all good. These are going to need flipping. Otherwise, this thing's just going to spin forever. Which I guess would be really funny. But I'd like to try driving. Looks like some kind of deranged water bug. Well, I haven't tried turning like this. Oh god. The roll cage is useless. You did not extend one arm. Yep. Okay, so major flaw there. And I need more thrusters. Actually, this thing's probably big enough that I could probably make those reactionary thrusters to flip it back over. So why don't we do that? Here's the question. Is it light enough? I don't know. Interesting question. Where do we even put the thrusters? Probably right here. I'll just do 2. If 2 is enough. If 2 is not enough, I'm going to be sad. Okay, where are these ramp blocks? I like things to look at least mildly organized. Even if it's a giant mess of a machine. Okay, good. I didn't knock off any arms this way. It's not like I need to see, right? Probably not. Alright, sensor. Okay. So yeah, let's just hook these thrusters to the sensor. Alright. And then, let's go back to caution blocks for a little while. Let's go for some more thrusters along the way. Okay. There we go. I don't have any thrusters currently in the bar. Go figure. I did remove them. Okay. So this thing's gotta go fast. Probably gonna crash fast, too. We'll figure it out. At least I can still get to my bar. Beautiful. We'll probably have to maybe add one of my manual flippers. By the way, let's see how this goes. So it's got the speed we need. Maybe actually, yeah, let's pump some more power into these engines. Torque's probably not going to be a problem this way. And maybe I'll be able to, like, right myself. Nope, torque is still a problem. Less of one, but still. So I can still flip myself. So, yeah, those thrusters are going, but they are not sufficient for what I need. Guess we can just add more thrusters. Alright, let's sink it down into the ground a little bit. I'm just gonna call this the Hail Mary. And or coal roller, I'm not entirely sure. This might make it a little bit front heavy, but I guess that'll counteract the torque. Nope. Does not counteract the torque in any way, shape, or form. Okay, let's crank this down. Because it's either the extra thrusters or the torque that's causing me to flip, and I'm not sure. Oh, it's definitely those extra thrusters. Okay, let's pop them off. I guess we had a fair amount of balance there that we sacrificed somehow. Okay, yeah, this is much better. Surprisingly, those thrusters were providing a hell of a lot more lift than I expected. This thing actually hits a pretty fast top speed. Super stable, too. Except for that. Come on. Yeah, wow. I need a better roll cage for this thing. What I currently have is just not okay. Okay, let's just delete it down to that. Because I kind of like the current setup. It's just useless. We need a bigger roll cage. Oh, boy. Alright. Let's just extend this way. It's on the right one, right? Yes. Do we want more than that? Do we want to go full roll cage on this one, or do we need to go full? You know what? Let's try leaving it partial for the time being. See if it needs more than this. That's everything? Okay, perfect. So let's do... It's this one. I don't remember if it was 3 segments up or 4. It's only 3 segments up. Okay. So which one... Boop. Which one are we working with here? Never mind. All of the rotation is screwed it up anyway. Well, that's fair. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. Except for these blocks. I always mess that one up a little. There we go. See, that looks nicer. Looks like a half-built... Oops. We don't want to do that. It looks like a half-built, like, caution bars. Like, you don't actually want to ride this thing. I guess that's fair. Most of my vehicles you really don't want to ride, come to think of it. Alright. Have it off. So that should be good. And shouldn't be too big. Pretty good top speed. Turning might... Nope, turning is not a problem. I guess we'll try flipping it, then we'll see if I really need the reactionary thrusters. Or if I should get rid of that one. But yeah, this thing would be awesome for a ground race. The extra wheels are not unwelcome. Because they give this thing some serious stability. It'd also be kind of interesting to make an Omni car. You know, one that rolls no matter what directions it's flipped. Okay, let's actually try and flip it now instead of just driving it around. Damn. There we go. Alright, that is a sufficient roll cage. I haven't exactly tried flipping it from like a pure upside down flat surface, but still. It's been pretty damn good to me so far. I wonder if I could, this would be an interesting challenge, I don't know. Front wheels help with stability and steering. But would it be better to have center front farther forward than outside front? So one of the reasons why I don't want to have it be, a long thing is, the longer your car, I believe, the worse the turning is. I could be wrong about that one, though. But I also just like having square vehicles. Having, like, a really long... whatever would just... I don't know. Don't really have a good opinion on that one, come to think of it. It's pretty solid, though. I like it. I guess the one thing I could do, apart from this, is just add the wheels to the top. Probably aids flipping it around real fast. I don't know. Well, let's go find... Let's go find a, let's go find a launch pad. Nope. Come on. Wow. Those thrusters are almost enough on their own, but they might not be necessary at all. Let's try it without them. Let's see if this thing flips without. Damn. I was really expecting that would do me in. No dice. Okay, come on. Let's flip this. There we go. Nope, nope. Fuck. Damn. Okay, surprisingly hard to flip this thing. I love the visual of it all. Like it looks like if I added more of the caution block in the orange, this thing could actually look really fun, really sci-fi-y, which I'd like. Okay, come on. No, damn it. All right. So you have wheels and engines for when you flip. That's actually what I want to do next, Omni. Okay. So those front thrusters to deflip it help, but not enough. Not enough for it to be worth it. Okay, there's the launch pad over there.